Okay, so Twitch is gearing up this week for Mod Appreciation Day at the end of the week on the final day of March. And as a part of that, they usually drop a bunch of sort of interesting and cool moderation tools that mods can use, which probably should be just released, but they tend to stockpile them for a bit. And they've just released one that's very, very useful. It's follower verification, which I will link the full blog post in the description. But essentially, what this does is it means that you can restrict who is able to follow you based on various things, like with chat messages. You can restrict it based on if they have a verified email, if they have a verified phone number, and how old the account is, essentially. Now, on the whole, this isn't useful in the general sense. Like, you don't really want to go about limiting who can follow you, but this is useful for if you get follow botted, because if you're getting follow botted, then you want to enable stuff like this. So in order to find this setting, you want to go to settings, you want to go to moderation, scroll down, and underneath this big chat verification one, you will see follower verification here. Now, bear in mind, you might not see it immediately depending on when you're watching this video because Twitch are rolling it out. But the idea here is that you can click on all users need to have a verified email, or you can filter it by, someone has to have an account that's 6 months old, which seems like a long time, but it's completely up to you, and you can do the same here. Now, this is kind of nice, but it's sort of tucked away in the same thing here for phone verification. You can do the same here. It's pretty much exactly the same here as chatting, but for following. Now, what I'm going to suggest that you do is many people will know about shield mode, and it's a great thing that you can use on Twitch. But if you go to turn on shield mode here, and I just enable it on my channel, and I look at the settings of my shield mode, for some reason by default, the follower verification settings up here are just not enabled. So what I suggest you do is you go into your shield mode settings and just tick all users on both, because if someone, one of your moderators is activating shield mode, it's likely needed because you're getting follow botted or something along those lines. So by enabling shield mode, you get these options, which now, if I close out of this, so if I now go quick and I turn it off, you can do that. But if I go back to where we were, if I go back to the moderation page real quick, and I scroll down, you can see, yep, still off. But if I now come back over here and I go ahead and put shield mode back on, turn it on, and then I reload this page. Sorry, I'm a bit sniffly today, but I thought this was important to mention. You now get this. So yeah, be happy, enable that setting, and be safe so that you don't get follow botted whenever you have shield mode on, effectively. Now, I'm sure the bots will find a way to get around this. I'm sure it will happen in time. But in the meantime, this seems like a pretty decent way to avoid getting follow botted. So be sure to do that. I would strongly recommend it. And yeah, enjoy the new feature. Thanks for watching, guys.